everybody, it's Alvin Brown, CEO and founder of the Center for Healing and Peak Performance and Integrated Peak Performance Services. I'm also the author of Journey to Personal Greatness, Mind, Body, and Soul, a blueprint for life balance and self-mastery, available at all your major bookstores, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Amazon, and in Canada, Chapters Indigo online. All right, if this is your first time with me, let me quickly go through it and tell you how it flows. I do 3 videos a week. Monday, I start with the mind, mental, emotional balance. So Monday, I call it Monday Mindset. There's Wednesday, Hump Day Hustle. It's all about the body, the structure, the function, nutrition, and how you can get this body running at peak performance levels. Because I believe a lot of people give up one thing to get the next, and I don't believe the body should be one of them that you let go to the wayside. Because without this, nothing else matters, the body. Next, Soulful Saturday. It's about nourishing the soul. I give you information and tips, strategies on how you can protect inside the temple and protect the soul space, because once something gets down deep in there, it really has a massive effect on you. You know, you can hurt the physical body and it can heal, but the soul seems to take that much longer to heal, so I believe you should protect your soul. So this is Soulful Saturday, this edition, and what I want to do is give you some tips and strategies again to help you to repair, heal, and boost the soul from inside out. All right, so let's talk about a key point today. There's a book, a great book that I want to recommend to you. It's from Brené Brown. Any books from Brené Brown if you want to study about shame and guilt. She's a big researcher on shame and guilt, and that's what I want to talk about today, is shame and guilt. Those are two emotions, strong emotions that really have a massive, a profound effect on the soul space. If you let them go amok and let them run wild, they can really have a huge effect, and we all go through them, and they're all self-imposed. So she has a really great distinction, a real definition of guilt and shame, and I love it. I'm going to share it with you. So she says, when you're feeling guilt, let's start with guilt. When you're feeling guilt, it's typically because in your mind and in your perception, you did something bad, quote unquote. You did something bad, and that's how you start to feel guilty. And anybody who's a parent, or anybody who, a child, and the parent made you feel you did something, that can go on and on for generations until you can face it. But typically when you start to feel that, I want you to reflect on it and start to look at where that emotion's coming from. And it's typically because you think you did something bad, or the person thinks they did something bad. The next one is shame. Shame is another debilitating. When you're feeling shame, you cloud everything around you, and everything gets personal when you start to feel shame. And shame, defined by Brené Brown, is I am bad. And when you say I am, it's real deep, it's real personal, and it really has a massive effect on you. So those are the two key emotions that I want you to be aware of when you're talking about protecting the soul and nurturing the soul, is control those two. I want you to control guilt, and I want you to control shame. Guilt, the way you can control that is start to evaluate, because typically we're harder on ourselves when we do things. So I want you to evaluate the thing that you feel bad about, the thing you did, whatever it might be, and start to look at where it came from, the genesis of it, and what is it really bad, or is it just you're hearing some body or some cultural thing in your head, some religious thing, whatever it might be, that's painting it, the thing you did, as bad, when it's really, we're humans and we're open to learning opportunities, quote unquote mistakes, failures. We're all open to those things, and those you should learn from them. But when you're struggling with guilt and shame, you can't learn from them. You're too busy consumed with taking it personal. And then when you look at shame, when you're feeling shame, look at the situation. It's telling you I am bad, and we all know there's no such thing. It's no one's bad. It's a learning experience. We're humans. We got to lighten up on ourselves and let it go and start to check those things. Check them at the door right away. So that's how I want you to nourish the soul. I want you to get your journal. Typically I'm pushing the journal. I have a journal that I'll introduce in the inset. I want to pop that up here so you can see it. And that's a journal. I believe everyone, if you're tuning in each week that I'm doing this, I want you to have a journal. In a journal, you can measure your weight, you can measure money, you can measure all these emotions that you're feeling and your goals. Journal, speak to yourself, because when you're in your problems, you can't get your way out. You can take a 40,000-foot view and really see how you're using these two, shame and guilt. All right? So check it out. Start to do that exercise, implement what I'm asking you to do, and free yourself from shame and guilt. All right? So visit our website, the Center for Healing and Peak Performance.com and journeytopersonalgreatness.com. And there's more information on there, and if you want to get in contact with us. And 2017 is going to be a big year. I'm doing some great things to help reach more people. My goal, there are 3 goals that we have at our clinic. Our clinic, we want to help our clients to reach optimal health, peak performance, and pursue what brings them joy or their personal greatness. And my personal goal is to help 1 million people live optimal lives, achieve personal greatness, and just pursue what brings them joy. All right? So until next time, check shame and guilt, and check it at the door, see it for what it is, and don't let it get to you, because I want you to be relentless in your pursuit for personal greatness.